We've got two right-angled triangles, another angle in one of them, and a 10 centimeters. And we're being asked for length BC, this one here. So we've got a bit of work to do to get that. The shared side is the key one because we can calculate it using the left-hand triangle and then use it for the right-hand triangle. So what can we do? Well, some trigonometry to start with. We've got the hypotenuse and we've got the opposite. So we're going to use SOHCAHTOA. And more specifically, sine. So sine 30 is equal to BD, or the opposite, over 10. And therefore BD is 10 sine 30. Now you are expected to know what sine 30 is, and it's actually a half. I'll talk a bit more about that at the end. But we're going to get 5 for BD. So now I can write 5 by it and cross out that O. We're then told the ratio of length BD to length DC is 1 to 2.4. And so I can work out what DC is by timesing 5 by 2.4. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 4 is 20. So 5 times 0.4 is 2. So it's going to be 10 plus 2. We're going to get 12. Another way you can do it is to times by 10, 24, and then divide by 2. That's a really nice approach to timesing by 5 quickly. So we get 12. And now we're left with this triangle here. And if I want to know what question mark is, I can use Pythagoras' theorem. It's going to be 5 squared plus 12 squared square rooted, which is 25 plus 144, which is 169. And in fact, that is 13. Square root of 169 is 13, so the final answer is 13. I know I've done that quite quickly. You know, it helps to know your square numbers. This is a Pythagorean triple. It's worth knowing a few Pythagorean triples. 3, 4, 5. 3 squared plus 4 squared is 5 squared. 6, 8, and 10. I double each of those lengths. I get another triple. 6 squared plus 8 squared is 10 squared. And it's worth being able to recognize this one as well. It's not essential. You know, expecting a non-calculator question for this to be a fairly nice answer. So you could just try some square numbers if you were less sure. A method for, I'm not going to derive exact values for sine, cos, and tan, but a method to try and remember it if you're struggling is to remember that you need to note for these crucial angles 0, 30, 45, 60, and 90. This is expected. And then write sine, cos, and tan in that order, SOHCAHTOA. And then what we can do is, you have to practice this to master it, but 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, write those numbers down, square root them all, and divide by 2, and it will give you the exact values of sine. It's like a little algorithm. So we get 0, we get a half, that's the one we used in this question, root 2 over 2, or 1 over root 2, root 3 over 2, and actually this becomes 1. So you have to kind of simplify afterwards. For cos, you just do the same, but in the opposite order. Now I know we didn't use it in this question, but I'm just reminding you and asking you to practice it basically. And then for tan, you do the same as you did for sine, but now you divide by what you did for cos at the start. So 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And actually you square root the whole thing, or you can square them separately, it's the same thing. This one ends up being not defined, but all those other ones, so we've got 14 to learn. You can use this algorithm to help remember it.